Back in 1921, a little girl was born in Hartford, Connecticut. Her name was Zina. Of Sicilian heritage, Zina would go on to raise 5 children, marry a military spouse, and inspire her children. And one of them, Tony, founded a restaurant in her honor, Zina's Cucina. Located right here in Marlborough, Connecticut, features the dishes that are inspired by Zina and her life both here and in Sicily. Tony, you're the founder here at Zina's, and it has a unique history. Tell us about it.
Zina, it was my mom. My mom was a military spouse through World War II, Vietnam, and also Korea. She was born in Hartford, and when she was about 1.5 years, she was brought back to Sicily. And she was raised there on a farm. Her mother saw that the Nazis and the enemy were moving into Sicily. And she decided to send my mom back to Hartford. So when my mom got back to the United States, she actually didn't speak English, she couldn't drive, but she got a job at the ball bearing factory in Hartford. She knew someone at the ball bearing factory that introduced her to my father, who was in the military at the time. He actually was involved in the invasion of Sicily.
Yeah. Back and forth.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
So, without speaking any English or being able to read, she raised 5 kids.
Your mom didn't even have to speak English because it's clear that she spoke the language of love. Beautiful.
Yeah, I love my mom, yep.
And what's your perspective?
I am loyal to good customer service, and that's what you get when you come to Zina Cucinas.
I found the place to be very welcoming, not just with the employees that worked here, but just the clientele that came in.
The Italian food is to die for.
He loves the chicken parm, and I like any of the pastas here.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Alika.
What are you making for us today?
Mussels Florentine.
Mussels, nice.
Start with a nice hot pan. Butter goes in, get that melting down. Then we're gonna add shallots and garlic. Looking for a little caramelization here. Then we're gonna add in some caramelized onion and some sauteed spinach. And then, of course, some mussels. I'm gonna let that get nice and hot. Add in some white wine, a little deglaze here. And then this is our Alfredo sauce, a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we're just gonna let that all come together.
How do you know when the mussels are done?
When they start to open up.
All right, I'm gonna watch these mussels.
Then we're gonna add in some pecorino and Asiago cheese and a little bit of fresh parsley.
Direct from Marlborough, it is Mussels Florentine.
Yes, it is.
So you're the owner here at Zina Cucina, Ruth. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Tell us about your own history in the restaurant industry.
I've been in the restaurant business since I was 16 years old, and I fell in love, and I've been doing it ever since.
And you have an incredible history as a bartender. How has that influenced the menu here at Zina's?
I try to create different craft cocktails that complement our specials each week, that complement our seasonal menus. We change things up twice a year for a fall-winter seasonal menu and a spring-summer seasonal menu.
And if I was coming here to Zina's for the first time, how would you describe the restaurant to me?
I usually recommend to first-timers to try some of our specialty Italian classics. Chicken parm is always a hit for people, lasagna, spaghetti, meatballs.
And dessert for dinner. Special gelato is to die for.
And I just like to be very welcoming to people. I want people to feel at home when they're here.
Coming into Zina's, I feel like it's family.
I really don't know what I would have done without this place, and I'm so thankful that it's in our little town here.
So tell us about the food we have here.
So we have our chicken parm. It's just a traditional classic that everybody seems to enjoy. It's our top selling item. Our lasagna is a little bit different than many. It's Zina's recipe, which has small meatballs layered throughout the pasta. And then the arugula mozzarella salad has fresh pears, crispy prosciutto, fresh mozzarella, and honeycomb. Arancini that we have gotten ridiculously raving reviews about. Many people say they're the best that you've ever had.
Oh, and what's in the arancini?
The arancini has our bolognese sauce, mozzarella cheese, and peas inside. And then we have our Brussels sprouts. For the fall and winter, this one has butternut squash. And then our house-made ricotta cheesecake. All of our desserts are homemade, and they're very fresh and delicious.
So Ruth, all I can say now is mangia. Thank you for your time, Ruth.
Thank you.
Thanks to Zina, her family, and the owner Ruth here at Zina's Cucina, I know where I'm going to go the next time I crave a home-style Sicilian meal. That's my perspective. Hey, New England, what's your perspective? Zina's Cucina in Marlborough, Connecticut.